right. Let's go to my... Ooh, excuse me. Alright. Anyway, so... Hi everybody, this is DakTribal88 with messy hair. Just coming out to say that I know I haven't been streaming for a while, and just wanted to address why that is the case. The first little bit, and also I'm not reading off of a script, so I just decided to do this today. First thing I want to address is the reason I haven't been playing as of late is minor burnout. I've been running into more and more tougher killer matches, and as anybody knows, I am a casual killer player. I don't like to really sweat, and I might just have to get used to that, so I'm willing to change for that a little bit. Second, the burnout entirely. I've been playing killer on and off since January of this year, I believe, and trying to figure out new killers, trying to adjust to new killers, and trying to find my groove. I've just also got to learn to accept the loss, but every time I play, I have such a good time, I don't want to ruin it, so there's that. But I'm not going to quit playing the game. I love this game. I've put too much time and effort into it, so that's what's going to happen there. Starting, I think, tomorrow or next week, next Tuesday, I will be returning to streaming again. Probably tomorrow. Also, I'd like to address a few things from the latest patch that they introduced. In the days leading up to the reveal of The Walking Dead, there were rumors that the game was going to be putting fog vials on. And I remember when those things were available during the Haunted by Daylight events, the gas clouds. And I didn't like them. I felt that they were too easy to use, too powerful to use, and I was not a fan of them. But luckily you didn't have to... I didn't play killer in the event at all because of that, so I could just go and play killer in the normal mode and they wouldn't be a problem. So when I heard that they were going to be introducing the fog vial in the Walking Dead patch, I was not looking forward to playing at all because I had a very bad feeling that they were going to ruin the game. And because I don't have a PC, I'm playing on PS5, I just monitor my favorite content creators to see what they think about the game and everything the changes potentially coming. I heard so many killer players say that the fog vials are just frickin' terrible. Like, you could hardly see anything, which I know is part of the, I know a lot of people are like, well, that's the point. The survivors are supposed to use them to get away. And I'm like, yeah, but do they really need a cloud that's 30 feet in a circular diameter? I guess you could call that a bit of a rant, but to me, from what I saw, the fog vial was too powerful. The area of effect that it's used was 30 feet, which 10 meters. I know 10 meters doesn't sound a whole lot, but remember, every meter is 3 feet. It goes through walls. It basically can cover the entire shack, I think, with no problem. And the shack is one of the strongest loops in the game if you know how to use it correctly. So when I saw that, I was like, that's not fun at all. And then to top it off, the vials had infinite charges, which was a huge red flag for me. I did not like that. You had to wait a minute for it to refill, and I'm thinking, how did they let this get past the planning stage? But I didn't really complain about that because I felt like I was going to be in the minority if I raised my voice about it, and I just said, okay, well, I'll just have to adjust to it. But luckily, a lot of killer players are saying, yeah, this is too much, especially when you can make the fog denser with the eerie add-ons of the visceral vial. And to me, that was just too much. But then in the days after the patch released, I didn't play the game because I was on vacation, and I wanted to just chill. I also had health issues with my hands. I felt like I needed to take a break from playing. And then more and more bugs started to show up. And like the three big ones were Blood Rush, which granted you infinite exhaustion. So that needed to have problem. That had problems adjusted to it. And the two big ones for killers were you could not initiate a chase. And if anybody's seen me play killer, I suck as killer. I'm still learning how to play and loop and all that. And when you can't initiate chase, that means you can't initiate bloodlust, which means you can't eventually catch up to the survivor, which also makes windows infinite. And to me, that's game breaking by itself. And the fact that it took them nearly a week to address it is the behavior, I should say, the developers. And then another one that happened to come up recently, and this is on the survivor side, is Infinite Streetwise, which, in case of you don't know that, is Streetwise was reworked in the latest patch to give you charges when you switch it out with an item in a chest. But it was quickly found out you could abuse this by repeatedly switching the item that you brought in with whatever is in the chest infinitely, and it would give it infinite charges. People like Mintskull and Scott Jund have covered this. Quiet Kills has shown his disapproval of the whole thing, and it's another reason why I haven't been playing Killer, is because I don't want to have so much of the deck stacked against me, and I don't want to not have fun playing Killer. So that's ultimately that's another reason I haven't been playing. I was hoping that behavior would kill switch a few things before, and hey, we know these problems, and we're going to do something about it. But it took them nearly a week to even address the issue, and how they addressed it did not help out their position at all. They ended up causing a backlash on Streetwise. They said that it's not worthy of kill switching, which blew my mind. Like, how can not having something, or having something like give you infinite usage of an item, not be worthy of a kill switch? Because with the best toolbox, you alone could finish a gen in about 45 seconds, where usually it takes you 45, which usually takes you about 60 to do it by yourself. And God forbid all four of you go into a match with the toolbox and Streetwise. Right now they have kill switched Blood Rush, Last Stand, which is one of Michonne's perks, because apparently it doesn't work correctly, or it makes safe vaults way too safe, and Streetwise. They've kill switched those three, and they're going to be introducing a patch tomorrow to fix this. They're going to address, they also said that they're going to address the fog vials. They are reducing the opacity, I believe that's how you say it, I don't know, and I'm sorry. They're going to reduce how thick the clouds are. They're going to rework it a little bit. They're also planning in a patch in the future to make it to reduce the amount of times you can use it, which is one of the problems that I had with it. One of the things I did not like about it was infinite use. I would not have a problem with it if it was one use only, and again, I felt I was in the minority. I didn't feel like I should have shared that opinion, because survivors outnumber the killer players in this community. But I'm so glad that they're actually changing that. It's just so bad that they had to wait a week before they finally said something about it. Tomorrow they're going to rework a bunch of stuff. They're going to introduce a lot of bug fixes, which you can find on the Dead by Daylight official Twitter page. But yeah, they're also going to fix the chase bug that's currently going on. Some people say that it's not happening. Some people say their chases are working just fine. Some people are saying it's not, but they're going to introduce a bug or they're going to introduce a patch to fix that, which to me is great. And as for me, I do plan to get back into playing the game. I just don't know when. I've got to get that urge to get back to playing. I want to complete the tomes, which is one of the main motivations for me playing the game. I have not played a single match since the Rift dropped, so I got all of these freaking quests to do, which I am looking forward to doing. And like I said, I felt ill today. I didn't go to work, so I ended up staying home. And I was laying in bed, and I found out that they're finally going to be patching these bugs that people have been bitching about for the last 24 hours. And in my opinion, you know, the way behavior handled this situation in the last 48 hours has been rather terrible. It doesn't make them look good, but at least they are doing something, and the community, we feel a little bit empowered from it. It's also a bit disappointing that they had to wait this long before they let alone address the issues, let alone fix them. But anyway, I was just announcing what I was going to be doing. I won't be having the camera like this when I do stream eventually. It'll go back to the way it was before. I do have things I want to talk about then. 2v8 will be returning on the 19th. Hippie and I will be playing that. He was the guy that helped play with me last time, and all of this new stuff that they plan to do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to be very rusty. It's probably going to be kind of frustrating because some of the new changes. Pig did get buffed, and I am very happy about that. She is my favorite killer. But I'm going to try to find ways to have fun with the game and not worry about, you know, successes too much. Yeah, I don't want to drag on for too much longer. This is just a short video to update everyone on my channel, my followers. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the fog. It will be soon. Trust me. Bye.